Living in Maine. Most people think living here consists of frolicking through patches of blueberries.
Oh, blueberries! This is the life.
Riding on the backs of moose to get to school, and enjoying lobster rolls literally every day for the rest of your life. The reality is that living in Maine is a lot different than what you might think. And so what we've done today, we've asked ChatGPT to actually create a roast of living in Maine. I'm really excited. I have not read this. We're going to go through it. And if you're new to the channel, just let me quickly introduce myself. My name's Cam Avery, and I'm a local resident and real estate agent here. A quick disclaimer. None of these opinions are my own, and so I actually do love living here, but I thought it would be funny to go through this, and so let's get into the video. But first, coffee. Let's get into it. The Roast of Maine, Part 1, The Climate Hoax, the 6-act tragedy. To claim Maine has 4 seasons is a failure of both observation and imagination. Life here is governed by a 6-part cycle of escalating discomfort. Act 1, summer. A frantic 7-week sprint where you must cram 12 months of outdoor activity into every weekend. The pressure is immense. If you aren't simultaneously kayaking, hiking, grilling locally sourced sausages, and fighting tourists for parking at Moody Beach, you are failing. The air becomes a humid, drinkable soup, and the state bird, the black fly, emerges to conduct its blood tithe, aiming for the tender skin behind your ears. 2. The 2 weeks of autumnal glory. The state briefly transformed into a glorious postcard-perfect paradise to lure the leaf peepers and their disposable income. This is a trap. Act 3, stick season. The trap springs. The vibrant colors vanish overnight, leaving a month-long, soul-crushing panorama of gray skies and skeletal, grasping trees. The landscape looks like it's recovering from a vaguely apocalyptic event. The smell of wood smoke in the air is less cozy and more a harbinger of the coming darkness. Act 4, winter. Not a season, but a 9-month hostage situation with a rotating cast of snow types. The gentle, fluffy looks pretty, the heavy, wet, heart attack snow, and the dreaded icy mix that turns your driveway into a luge track. You don't have friends in winter, you have allies in a complex social hierarchy based entirely on who owns a generator and the size of their snowblower. Act 5, mud season. The snow's final parting insult. The ground thaws into an all-consuming brown goo that claims boots, sinks tires, and coats every surface in a film of filth. You cease to have a car color, you have a brown car. Act 6, road construction. The state flower, the orange traffic cone, blooms in glorious profusion. A 10-minute drive to the market now involves a 45-minute detour through 3 towns you've never heard of. Also, a crew can spend 6 weeks patching a single pothole. And so that's just the weather. Number 2 is the social labyrinth, insiders, outsiders, and the transfer station. The social rules of Maine are as complex and unwritten as they are unforgiving. The from-away purgatory. Moving to Maine does not make you a Mainer. It makes you a permanent resident of a social class known as from away. You can live here for 40 years, master the art of stacking firewood, and learn to say "aya" with the correct inflection of weary acceptance, but you will still be introduced as, "This is Bob. He moved up here from Connecticut back in '85. Your grandchildren, if born here, may be granted probationary Mainer status, maybe. The art of communication. A Mainer can convey a novel's worth of information with a single finger lift from the steering wheel. Directions are a form of oral history, often involving landmarks that vanished decades ago. Yeah, you're gonna wanna take a right at the old dairy barn that kind of vanished after that fire in '97. The local transfer station, or dump, is the true social nexus, a combination of community bulletin board, trading post, and high society event where you can silently judge your neighbor's life choices by the quality of their discarded furniture. The Dirigo economy. I direct you to my side hustle. The state's economy runs on a charmingly precarious blend of tradition and necessity. Nobody in Maine has one job. Your real estate agent is also a lobsterman who plows your driveway in the winter and whose wife sells live, laugh, lo-fi, hip-hop to study to signs on Etsy. The arrival of a new Target or Trader Joe's is treated with the same breathless reverence most cultures reserve for a total solar eclipse. It's a land where the Subaru Outback, I own one of those by the way, is the state mammal, often held together by a combination of rust, duct tape, and a bumper sticker that says "Keep Portland Weird," despite Portland being the most normal place in the entire state. Number 4, a culinary profile, the bravery of the Maine palate. To eat and drink like a Mainer is to be truly fearless. Here are some examples. Allen's Coffee Brandy. Less a beverage, more a liquid coping mechanism. Mixing it with milk is not a cocktail choice, it's a nonverbal agreement that the 4 p.m. darkness has won again and it's time to take your nap in a glass. The lobster roll paradox. You live at the source of the world's finest lobster, yet you still have to take out a small personal loan to afford a single mayonnaise-drenched sandwich served on a hot dog bun. You're paying tourist prices for the privilege of living where the tourists want to be. Red snappers. These lurid crimson tubes of processed meat are an affront to the very concept of a hot dog. Their unnatural color and alarming snaps suggest they were created in a lab, not a kitchen. And finally, Moxie. You continue to drink a soda that tastes like someone tried to carbonate a pine tree and then mixed it with flat root beer and a hint of industrial solvent. Drinking Moxie is the fastest way to tell someone, I am from here and I am not afraid of anything. So in closing, Maine is a magnificent, confounding paradox. It is a place of stunning beauty that will actively try to kill you with its weather for half the year. It's a community of rugged individualists who all own the same car and shop at the same LL Bean. You have chosen a life of high taxes, bad roads, and intermittent internet, all for the profound unspoken joy of knowing that most other people aren't tough enough to handle that, and for that, you have earned my deepest, most logical respect. Now go, enjoy the sunshine of summer, the clock is ticking. Hey, I know we're roasting Maine today, but if you are seriously considering moving here, even after all that, make sure to click the link right in the description below to download our completely free relocation guide.